What's up guys, welcome back to Mr. D's Tech News and Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Nikon D7200 DSLR camera. I've been using this camera for a bit now, and let me tell you that I love the way it handles and takes videos and photography. So let's jump in. So here are its main points. It has a 24.2 megapixel sensor, it has 6 FPS continuous shooting, it has an ISO range from 100 to 25,600 and even more in black and white, it records 1080p at up to 60 frames per second, it has Wi-Fi and NFC built in. You can buy the body on Amazon for just a bit over $1,000 and then find the lens that best suits your needs. So let's see what this camera has to offer. Let's start off on the left side of the body, where you'll find the different I/O ports of the camera. Under the first flap, you have a jack for the external mic and micro USB port to export media. Next is the mini HDMI to directly display to a TV. And finally, you have the headset port and an outlet to connect a remote shutter timer. Next is the flash button that will bring up the flash options on the LCD display. This is the exposure bracketing button. This white dot is used as a reference point when placing the lens on the body. This large button is used to release the lens. And this switch on the bottom is used to toggle between automatic and manual focus. On the other side, you have the depth of field button and the function button. On the right side, you can find the NFC logo, and this is where you would tap your phone to link to the D7200. You can also open up the slot to find 2 SD card slots, ensuring you never run out of space to capture that necessary shot. On the bottom, you have the tripod socket and the battery chamber cover. All you need to do is push the yellow tab and the battery will spring up. On the top, you have the on and off switch and the shutter button, soft tap to focus, and firm tap to shoot. Here's the video recording button, the exposure button, the metering button, and here you see the control panel where you find the majority of all your information as far as exposure, aperture, ISO, battery life, and the amount of memory space left. On the other side, you have the mode dial, but I'll get back to that in a bit. On the back you have the menu button, which allows you to go through the many options of the camera. So rather than going one by one and extending this video even more, I'll just speed through them and you can leave a comment below asking me about any feature that you see. Here's the media button that allows you to scroll through all the photos and videos on the camera's memory. And the delete button, which is pretty self-explanatory. Next is the live view button and selector, allowing you to switch your main viewing modes on videos and photos between the viewfinder eyepiece on the top and the electronic display on the bottom. If you choose to use the eyepiece, next to it you have the diopter adjustment control, which allows you to adjust the focus of the eyepiece. The AE/AF lock button allows you to autofocus on a subject and while maintaining it pressed, move the lens to the left or right and taking the photo without autofocusing again. And here, we finally get to the mode dial. We start off on the auto mode, which as the name implies, does the majority of the work for you. Great for when you just want to point and shoot, but not the best when you want to add your own touch to the photos. Next is the auto flash off mode, which removes the flash while maintaining the rest of the auto properties of the camera. Then you have the scene mode, which helps in taking more vibrant photos while in auto mode. U1 and U2 are user modes in which you set up with your own custom settings just how you want them. In effects mode, you can apply settings to the photo on the fly before you even start editing the photo at home. Then you have manual mode, where you can alter just about every aspect of your shot. A is aperture priority mode, which is one of the most used modes when shooting wildlife. It gives you that depth of field look to your photos in which your subject is in focus while the background is completely blurred out. Shutter priority mode puts all of the focus on shutter speed. This is great for sporting events when you want to capture a fast moving subject without it blurring. And finally is programmed auto mode, which is a middle ground between auto and the other professional modes. I rarely use this mode, but it's good for people making the transition from auto to pro modes. Under the mode dial, you have the release mode dial. This dial determines how and when the photo is taken after you press the shutter release button. S stands for single, which will take just one photo per press. CL is continuously low speed. This will keep taking photos until you let go and can be set from 1 to 5 FPS in the menu. CH is continuously high speed, which is the same but will take photos at 6 FPS. Q is quiet mode, and will take photos in a slower fashion to avoid noise. Next is self-timer, which you can set in the menu. Finally is mirror up mode, which will flip up the mirror when the shutter button is pressed and will then either take the photo in 30 seconds or after a second press of the shutter button. This is how a lens is placed on the D7200. Here you have the auto and manual options for the focus, the vibration reduction mode switch, here's the focus wheel, and the zoom wheel. Here are some examples of different lenses you can find for the Nikon D7200. Usually, as you can imagine, the larger lenses are probably better if your subject is far away. Finally, here's some photos that I have taken with the Nikon D7200, so you guys can get an idea of the type of photo quality you can expect from this impressive DSLR camera. As far as video quality, while it might not be the best option for video recording, it is what I record all my YouTube videos with, so you can get pretty much an idea of the quality from there. Well guys, that's pretty much it for this review on the Nikon D7200. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please comment below and let me know what you guys think. Also, like and subscribe for more tech news and reviews. See you next time.